All right. We should be live on YouTube. Let's double check and get rolling. How is your day? My day's pretty good. Everything is going well, but my sleep schedule is so screwed up right now. Be quiet, Don. Shh. Okay. Shut that off. I'll have to redirect the audio. But yeah, life's good, man. Got a couple big contracts coming my way, which I'm pretty happy about. Makes things comfy, you know, and I like being comfy financially. So I can work on a lot of the cool stuff I want to work on. So yeah, life's good. Today's good. All right. Publish. All right. We are live on YouTube, posted in Discord. I think we're going to go. Just going to route the audio just in case we have a video. Actually, I don't think we're going to have a video. I think we should be okay. Because I saw that we just had challenges. Let me go ahead and share my screen, make sure everything's good. Cool. Share. Capture. So we are on challenges level 1. All right. Yo, let's go. All right, let me get a sip of my green tea. Just hit like on YouTube. Nice. Ernesto, thank you, man. It's Frozen. Oh, Frozen Fusion. Yo, dude, I appreciate you guys coming over to YouTube and liking it too. It does help big time. Thank you. I appreciate the support. It's hard, man, to grow as like a small streamer. It's really hard. Like, what in reality, I just got to create a bunch of videos. But with the contract that I have, I'm going to be creating, I got to push out like 8 videos in February, right? Double what I usually do. So that's coming, but I'd like to start pushing out videos more frequently before that. But man, I'm just enjoying the live streams and coding on the side. But yeah, February should be a big content month. All right. Let's dive in, I suppose. Why not? Yeah, should be good. In this, oh, and you know what? Let me just post it. If you have Webdev, or if you have questions about becoming a web developer, feel free to ask in chat. Let me pin these. Let me change the title too. What's up, Legendary? I just made a project like social media app using the Next, but I need to make unique ID. Is UID of Postgres enough, or I need to make logic to it? I have no idea what that question is. All right, let's go. In this chapter, we are going to practice applying the skills and concepts we learned while building the fantasy quests. Write a function called numSum n that adds up all the numbers from 1 to n. Okay. So no specific syntax that we need to target, just like whatever's needed for it. Okay, these are challenges. These aren't targeted towards any specific lessons. Well, they are, but just not any recent ones necessarily. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, so we get an n, 1 to n. So n it's just gonna be 4 I in range, starting with 1, which is inclusive, going to 1 to n, right? Okay, so n plus 1. And then sum plus equals I, and then return sum. By the way, there is music on Twitch, no music on YouTube. All right, minimum number in Python. Write a function called find min that finds the smallest number in a list. Is that it? Start with a really big number. Python has a built-in constant that represents... Yeah, now we're going to use that. So float infinity. Okay. Ah. I wonder how many like Python developers I'm triggering with the single quotes. I don't know if that's unconventional or not in Python. Okay, so we have nums. If num is less than min, then min equals num, and then we return min. Legendary, feel free to try to... I mean, like, I'm not here to help you answer your technical questions. It's a really good opportunity for you to try to figure that out yourself. And I wouldn't just try to, like, outsource that to other people. If you are struggling, what I would do is, like, again, use ChatGPT to help you identify some of the fundamental concepts that you're missing. Like, this is what I'm trying to do. I don't know what to do. Like, you could even ask it for challenges or problems, or to go to review concepts that you just don't know to be able to try to figure that out. But I would use, you know, if you don't have a mentor handy, like I would just use AI to do that, or to not give you the answer, but help guide you in the right direction. Can you do it with can you do it without built-in function? What's the built-in function? For what specifically, Hunter? Be more specific in chat. Like, what specific built-in function do you not want me to use, and what problem are you talking about? Complete the remove non-ints function that takes a list and returns a new list with remove non-ints. Okay, to all the non-integer types removed. We just create a new array. I want to look up, hold on. It's slice or splice. Okay. It's slicing. Okay, we're not going to use slice for this. Yeah, we're just going to loop through and then look at the type. I got to look at the syntax to grab the type again. If you could check the type. Oh, it has it. Yep, if. Cool. All right, yeah. So let's do... All right, so for num in nums, we are if type num equals int, then ints. Wait, what am I doing? If type equals num, ints dot append num, then return ints. JavaScript habits. Let's go. I thought you were going to use min list and it gives you the minimum. What you did is what I asked for. Thanks. Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. With this problem, I didn't know min was a thing. Cool. Let me actually just look it up. Probably is a thing. Python Okay, so you could pass in multiple values. It returns the item with the lowest value or the item with the lowest value in an iterable. Okay. Gotcha. So can you pass an array into it, though? In a tuple with the lowest value? I mean, can you pass an array into it? Like if we go... so it's saying min is 1, expecting 1, 1, 1. We console log 1. Okay, so it can take... So any iterable. Okay. All right, cool. Good to know. You have any leak code experience? Any iterable? Leak code? Define leak code. I think it's a garbage term. I think people use it for like all data structures and algorithm type challenges. So are you talking about the website leak code? Are you talking about neat code problems? Are you talking about DSA problems outside of that? What are you talking about? I feel like I almost need to put that in the rules. Like everyone just uses leak code to describe every single DSA problem imaginable. And yeah, like it's just used way too often. So specifically by leak code, are you talking about specific leak codes or leak code problems on the leak code website? Complete the factorial function. It should calculate the factorial of a number. A factorial of a number is the product of all positive integers less than or equal to that number. Factorial is a number of the product of all positive integers less than or equal to that number. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking even integers. Okay. Positive integers. Gotcha. Okay, so factorial of a number is a product of all positive integers less than or equal to that number. Got it. So mathematics, the exclamation mark symbol denotes a factorial, but it is not used in Python. Okay. Ooh, this song's good. Value of 0, exclamation mark, is 1. Okay. This keeps factorials consistent with the convention of an empty product. I don't know what that... A special case for 0. Okay. Okay. It should calculate the factorial of the numbers. So essentially, we're just... So what if we get 0? It's going to be 0. We get 1. We're going to loop through 1. And we could do a special case for 0. Let me see if it tests for 0. But we're going to have 1 times 1, 1 times 2, and I think that should do it. Yeah. So we have 1. We loop through. Non-inclusive. We just times it by each of those. We do include 4. All positive integers less than or equal to the number. I'm just wondering, like, what happens if a -4 is passed in? What do we do with that? It's probably wrong, but oh, okay. We're not accounting for anything extra. Hey, what's up, Sashi? How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing? I just meant leetcode.com, but also curious if you cover any of the regiments of DSA interview problems that are out there. Regiments, so leetcode.com, no. I don't really give a shit about the website. I think it's boring. Maybe I'll be more interested in it as I dive deeper into backend, but I, like, you know, for the lifetime of my experience in the dev world, I've just wanted to build stuff. I don't care about LeetCode problems. I've only ever done DSA problems for interviews and stuff like that, or to prep for interviews. But yeah, maybe I'll enjoy them down the road. But yeah, I have done them in the past. I used to be better with them, but I don't think I was ever really good with them. I just like building stuff. And by the way, if you guys have questions about or blockers about becoming a web dev, feel free to ask in chat. In between challenges, I'm happy to answer. We are not going to go past 5:30 p.m. today, so we got like 55 minutes. Yesterday was unless we get rated, but we got rated yesterday by Zinka, who is a mod here, and she's actually streaming on Mondays. So feel free to check her out on Twitch. But yeah, I'm not going too long today. I got stuff to do tonight. Got things to wrap up tonight. But what about you, We Leave tonight? Do you like DSA problems? Is that what you're asking? Like, do you you just love diving into those challenges, or trying to do better bit by bit? Tomorrow I'll resume my backend journey. Okay, better with what exactly? You talking about like coding, or just in life in general? Dude, I am so wired today. I got like no sleep. I had a crappy workout, and for some reason I am wired. It's weird. I'm feeling good though. I don't know. All right, submit. Oh, we already submitted. All right. Area sum. Complete the area sum function. It accepts a list of rectangles where each rectangle is a dictionary that has to follow a structure. The function will calculate the area of each rectangle, then sum them all up and return the result. Okay. You know what I want to just do for shits and giggles? Let's replace it. Normally I'd create a new array, but let's just replace it. For rectangle in rectangles. So we're going to just say we only have the value. We don't have access to it, right? Here's what we're going to do. Rectangle equals yo. I'm pretty sure we can't replace the value. Height, yo. Okay, cool. All right, so we need a for I in range of 0, and then length of rectangles. I'm just going to test it. Rectangles. Again, in Python, I keep forgetting. Can we directly manipulate the value? I equals yo. And then print rectangles. Yo, yo, yo. Cool. Love it. All right. Let's just replace with the area. Equals rectangle dot height times rectangle dot width All right. And then we are just going to loop through again. You get the, I mean, like this is a really weird way to do this. I just want to do it this way because we don't need multiple loops for this. It'll calculate the area of each rectangle and say, like, we don't need this. We really don't. But I kind of just, I don't know. I'm so weird. All right. I have no idea why I'm doing it this way. For area in rectangle. All right, I am just gonna add some plus area. Rectangle dot height. Oh. What am I doing? Okay, cool. Submit. Don't ever do this solution. This is stupid. I don't know why. I just felt an urge to do it this way. But yeah, I would literally just loop through, multiply them, and then add them to a sum. One loop. But we're weird here. We're a little bit off. Check enumerate to get the index. What are you talking about? Be more specific. I don't mind if you are... So I have a rule to not backseat code if you're new. And I usually don't mind with it, but be very explicit and clear, because I think it just spams chat when you're not... I just be like way more specific, because I find myself having to ask, okay, provide this context, like elaborate on this. What do you mean by this, right? So be as explicit as you possibly can if you are going to backseat code, because I think that's a lot more helpful. What's up, Derek? How you doing? It's pretty cool that the algorithm just jumps me into here. Yo, let's go. I was listening to a guy talk about guitars, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, isn't that weird how YouTube works like that? Isn't it? Yeah, because like I'll look at recommendations and I'll get like someone watching Beyonce that then hops into my live stream or hops into one of my videos. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's weird. They just know you, man. Can't hang out, gotta work. All right, take care, man. Well, thanks for hopping in. I swear if I don't make it in a computer science class, I'll become a Coke dealer. I need to get the Benjis. Sorry, man. Yeah, no, Bro. You're too... I can't have that in my YouTube chat. Chill. We're gonna clear that chat. YouTube's super weird. You don't get it. Like, YouTube is super weird about that stuff. Yeah. There are some, like, illegal things we can't really joke about. On Twitch, I can't hear... On Twitch, I can hear the jams. YouTube is more strict with music. Yep, 100%. Yeah, Twitch, music. YouTube, no music. Instead of using for I in range print, you can do for I item in enumerate a list. Why? Range is fine. What's wrong with range? I feel like, see, this is the kind of like backseating that I don't, like, if you're brand new, I don't think this is helpful. We're just going to time out for like a day. Like, this is where we're getting like extra picky, where you have no context of the stream. You don't really have any context of the course whatsoever. And it's like, you got to like, some people feel like a need to like be right, and you got to do it their way instead of like letting things play out and letting someone like actually go through the course. That's why like I try to encourage people, like, become a regular first before you backseat code, because I don't think you're as helpful as you think you are. What are you doing right now? It's so cool. Can I get a book that have questions like this one? A book. A book that has like DSA questions. I don't know of a book. Like, go to Code Wars. Do you need a book? Go to Code Wars or something like that. Code Wars is really, I mean, like, honestly, just try out Code Wars. Are you specifically looking for like a book, like a paper book? Because there's a lot of cool sites that'll let you do challenges like this. And in fact, this is free. Do this. Pretty sure it's free, right? The interactivity and stuff. I think like you should be able to like, oh, maybe you can't submit your challenge. I gotta go back and look. I don't know like what the limitations actually are with that. I don't know. I don't know. All right, FizzBuzz is a commonly overused little toy program that comes up in entry-level interviews. This is a little testable spin on it. Complete the FizzBuzz function that loops over all iterables from start to end, excluding the end. Okay. And adds them to the list it returns. The number is a multiple of 3. Instead of appending the number, append fizz. Oh, this tea is so good. Music's good too. All right, and adds them to, okay, what am I reading? If a number is a multiple of 3, instead of appending the number, append fizz. If the number is a multiple of 5, instead of appending buzz, or instead append buzz. If it's a multiple of 3 and 5, then instead append fizz buzz. Okay. 1 to 7. Gotcha. All right, cool. I haven't done fizz buzz in a long time. Years. All right, so we want to print this out or return it? Or create an array. What do you want? And adds them to a list. We're just adding them to a list. That's it. And you're going to detect that. Okay? I always forget. Multiple 3, multiple of 5. Okay, so not JavaScript. If in JavaScript it's, so we're going to get is, okay, never mind. I just equals 0. The way I write this in JavaScript is a little bit different, but if, is it? No, it isn't. So if start, I can never remember the key. If start modulus 3 and, or it's not start, it's I. If I modulus 3 and I modulus 5, then list append, and we're going to repeat a little bit here. I don't think this is going to be the most efficient way. I don't care. Elif, that's what it is. Elif, we're going to go ahead and go to list. Nope, condition. Elif. Dude, I am hitting all of the wrong keys. So if it equals 0, or if it's divisible by just 3, then we list append fizz. Oh my god. Else. Doesn't say return. None type object is non-iterable. None type object is non-iterable. What does that mean? Start and we don't include 16. Then we error. It goes to 16? None type object is non-iterable. So are we appending to something that isn't an iterable? That's not happening. What does that mean? I think it has something to do with the for loop. We're doing one extra. I think we're not returning it. I bet you we're not returning it. Oh, that tab. Yeah, we're just not returning it. I think that's the issue. Return list. Okay. It doesn't say return. Let me read this one more time. It doesn't say return, right? No, I'm just looking for free resources. Yeah, go to Code Wars. Yeah, check that out. You'll find some fun challenges there. And you can like start at the highest level and go down, and the further down you go, the harder they get. And you can focus on specific concepts, and you can know what kind of challenges you're getting into first. What does JavaScript Survivor mean? JavaScript is dead? No, I don't think it's dead. I just don't like the ecosystem. I'll link it in chat. I created a video about it. Where are you? Got a lot of support, man. Like, a lot of support. I got over 100 subscribers from that video, too. I'll link it in chat. But you can watch that to get more context. Yeah, I think so. Oh, probably with a return. What's up, Renee? How you doing? What's up, Renpen? How's it going? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope everyone's day is going well. All right. Cool. Wait, so what could we do with FizzBuzz? What we probably should do... Would this be better? Message fizz, right? Yeah, fizz. If buzz if I mean, like, we probably should just do elif, right? Not elif. I don't think this is better. If message... I feel like I saw a more efficient FizzBuzz solution a long time ago. If message equals empty string... This is so weird. Equals I, and then... list.append message. And so for the message, we could do... we could probably change the variable name to reflect it more accurately. But is that better? I mean, we have one less check. I guess we're trying to be efficient. I think that would work. If %3. Oh, if I. I don't know. That's like extremely minimal. All right. Let's get rid of it. If MindReader and Time Travel play chase, who do you think win the game? What is chase? What is MindReader and what? If they play, what is chase? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, did we submit? We did not. FizzBuzz, so overused in interviews. But, like, how many people actually fail? I'm curious. Well, you probably don't use it then, if that's what you're saying. But I heard a lot of people fail that, though. Am I wrong? Yeah, I personally think it'd be... I don't use it. There are probably better questions, but a lot of people fail that. I mean, isn't it like 60% or higher? Like 60% of higher, or 60% or higher of applicants will fail the FizzBuzz test? Yeah. There's a lot of people, like, there's a lot of people that are just not ready. Yeah. I don't even remember where I got that data from. It's like a common knowledge, but like a lot of people will fail the FizzBuzz test, which is why it became so popular, just to weed people out very quickly that have no idea what they're doing. Yeah, because people, like, you don't get it. Like, people will spend 2 weeks learning to code and then start applying. Like, that is a thing. That's actually a common thing. You don't think about it because you're like, you know, if you have any sort of like respect for yourself, like, you really put some serious time into this and you grow as a software engineer. But there are people that do not. Like, there are a lot of people that do not. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised so many people fail it. It's not a bad first pass. First pass filter, yes, and that's what it's meant for. Not to really assess anything, but you're wasting my time. That's how I've heard different hiring managers kind of talk about it. I haven't, like, to be fair, I shouldn't say heard, just read different managers talking about it. They'll post about it. I don't know, like, they actually implement it in their interviews, but it's just a filter like, am I wasting my time or not with this person? FizzBuzz can be challenging. If you're applying for a position, I don't think it should be. Can you elaborate on that? Makes me feel better about struggling with a functional button course. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad I can make you feel better. Now, keep in mind, it's like a bear. Like, if you pass a FizzBuzz test, you're like, there's nothing about that that is going to qualify you for any position. but it's a filter to filter out most people that have spent like 2 to 3 weeks learning to code. List division. Write a function called divide list that takes a list and a number as an input. Hold on. Then, here, let me check one thing real quick. Write a function called divide list that takes a list and a number as input. The function returns a new list that contains all the elements of the original list except they have... I just read it and didn't even pay attention. Okay, list number turns a new list that contains all the elements of the original list except they have been divided by the second input. Okay, we just divide them all. You tell me if, honestly, for anyone that's like Python focused or like, you know, has some experience with Python, is it conventional to replace these parameters? I feel like it's just really a popular convention among many different languages to just create a new array to be able to create this rather than like replace. So like for num in nums, actually no, for I in range, 0 nums, oops, length nums I equals nope, no semicolon. Right? Is this conventional in Python? Like, is this acceptable or no? Do we just create a new array? Not to modify the array? Because I figured it would spread to different languages. I know in JavaScript I would normally not do this. The solution is actually nuanced. Dewey, can you expand on that? Just like be very specific about what you're talking about, like give an example. Because I'm interested. I'm curious why you think that, but it's mostly testing if you can read the problem statement and the right code that means the criteria for a FizzBuzz. That's fair. Sometimes people never do those challenges at all. Python, not button. Why'd you type button? What the? I'm like, I don't know what he means by functional button course, but apparently it's hard. Okay, so don't modify the new. Okay, I was just wondering. We're sending it though. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom! It's done. We can't take it back. Already submitted. And by the way, if you guys have questions or blockers about becoming a web dev, feel free to ask in chat. Happy to dive into it. This section is pretty small. I don't think I'm going on to the next one. Unless it's really small. It is just a quiz. Maybe we do it. But I'm happy to just chat for like 15 minutes or so. All right, write a function called join strings that takes a list of strings and returns a single string. Concatenate the... Dude, these challenges... Okay, I have an opinion about this section. Concatenate these strings from the list and add in order with a comma between them. Don't use join. Okay. We need that index. So for I in range 0 length strings. Wait. Damn it. Whatever. Okay. If nope. If I equals strings length -1, then we I don't know. I'm lacking names at the moment. So then we string plus equals the strings I. We could just return it, honestly. But that's fine. Whatever. Else. Accumulate string plus equals strings I. And we want just a comma. No space. Okay. Okay, cool. Submit. So this was incredibly disappointing. Like, very disappointing. So the challenges, the optional challenges in all of these were much harder. Way harder. I was thinking like these challenges were going to be much more challenging to really reinforce. We went with really simple stuff to reinforce things. That was incredibly disappointing. I would love to see a rework on this section. Or again, make the optional stuff required. Because this, like, if this is what's kind of like reinforcing everything, this is not going to do its job. This is a terrible chapter, just a terrible chapter. And this quiz is not going to do that. A quiz isn't going to do that. That was disappointing. I love the optional stuff at the end of these. Chapter 13 needs to be reworked entirely. I was referring to the Tom Scott. It's a lot of me to type. Okay, it's a lot to type out. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Python for loops are iterator aware, so you can just do for s in strings. But I need the index though. So why would I rather do for s in strings when I need that index to get the last index? Join them, but don't use join. Yeah, exactly. So it just outputs to this. What do you think is the hardest part of trying to become a web dev? Not giving up. Honestly. Like, it's a marathon, and people aren't ready to run that marathon. That's the big thing. Jeremy, I'm interested in your perspective. What am I missing here? Because I do feel like I need the last index. So what am I missing here, Jeremy? Reconcile. I don't know if the notification didn't pop up. Thanks for the follow, man. Same for Dana Gel. Followed me 22 minutes ago. Apparently Streamlabs is buggy again. Streamlabs does do that. I probably would have done a slice without the last item and appended the last item. But you're iterating twice. That seems inefficient. I mean, like, we get rid of this. Yes, we do get rid of this. And it, I suppose, is more readable, but we iterate twice. A slice doesn't iterate? Really? Is this a Python thing, or are you 100% sure? I still think this is more efficient. Wait, is it? I don't know. I would need a test because we're doing a conditional check every single time. So actually, I have no idea. Slice is still O of n. That's what I thought. Or wait, so you're saying if we loop and then do the slice, it's O of n? Or like looping and then doing the slices, what is it, 2 O of n? Or is it like 2n? I don't know. I don't know the specific alphabet letters to put there. But that's what I thought. Like, it would be 2 iterations. Would it not, Dewey? Then I'm dealing just fine with not giving up. That's good. I mean, like, you know, you have to develop habits of, like, you can't let your down moments control you. Like, there's a lot. You know what? We'll actually share. Yeah, 2 loops separate. So you're saying, let me be very clear. What is this doing? Because what he's saying is doing this. We are accumulating string equals, right? I think what he's saying is for, oh my God, I can't hit the right keys. For string in strings, then we essentially just do accumulator string plus equals string. And then we do return. So I don't know the specific syntax for slice, but I think we have like a start end, right? Like 0. I don't know if this is inclusive or not, but I think you see what I'm trying to do. Maybe I have the wrong syntax, but essentially we got to loop through and do this. That's what you're talking about, Jeremy, right? O of N2. Jeremy, is this not what you're talking about? Can you type it out then? Like for S in strings. Because what is that going to output? Like where you're saying still go through. Yeah, I would be really interested. Because you're probably talking about something else, but this is what I was picturing. What's up, Doubt Me? I'm glad that you are so consistent with uploads. I finally thought some muck that I was dealing with trying to learn Python, and I finally began to understand how for loops work. Yo, nice. You know what I've been thinking about doing? Building like a really extensive like series of challenges to understand concepts, right? Like to literally like do different types of challenges to progressively help you understand loops very, very well, for example, or understand promises very, very well in JavaScript. I think that would be a lot of fun. If I did any sort of tutorial, there's no way in hell I'm building an entire curriculum. There are, again, Boot.dev for backend, Scrimba for frontend. I'm fine with promoting both of those. But I would love to like develop something that's really going to reinforce this knowledge for new developers and really well. I think that'd be fun. Typos are the worst, yeah. And then I read your typo out loud, and you're like, oh my God, why'd I type that? It's fun for me to read them out loud. This chat, and you can't send a link through GitHub or through YouTube. Remember that. If you want to DM me or something like that, I don't know if you're on Discord, you could message it on Twitch, you could email me, you could send it on LinkedIn or something, whatever. But just keep in mind, YouTube blocks all links. It took me forever to wrap my brain around the fact that I in so many loops doesn't have to be I. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. It's tricky. Like I struggle with that for a while too, where it's like you don't really know what is required to make that method work. And it's because you don't really know the parts of it and how they all fit together. I'll DM you on Discord. Okay, sounds good. I trimmed my Discord quite a bit. Like a lot of channels are removed. I might even remove a couple more, and I'm happy with that. I like what we did with Discord. What helped me with the loops was asking the AI a shit ton of questions and ask for a shit ton of scenarios. Yeah. Then I'll apply those concepts whenever I face a challenge. Yep. Different challenges, different contexts. It's just practicing. Yeah, it's honestly just practicing. Many, many times using loops throughout your entire journey of becoming a dev to solve different problems. Solving a bunch of different problems with it. That's the thing. Like, that's what the challenge needs to be. It's like, let's go ahead and introduce like 20 different problems, not just arbitrary, like, hey, this method is going to do this. But, you know, like, these are helpful, but let's go ahead and provide like real world examples too. Let's integrate some HTML and CSS. Let's build something with it to show you a use case for it. Like, I think it'd be so much fun to build something like that. What's your take on Boot.dev so far? I was going to buy it, but went for a course on Udemy instead because it looked like it covered more overall. For backend, I guess it depends on what you're going for. I think Boot.dev is the most extensive backend curriculum I've ever seen. Like, this takes you a year. So I'm not sure what course you're talking about, but my opinions just about the first course so far. Again, I think Lane did a pretty good job of teaching this. I could be picky about it, but I think overall he did a really good job. I think the optional stuff. Oh, wait, hold on. My alerts aren't working. I literally just saw the raid. I'm turning off follower chat. Hold on. Wait. There we go. Dude, Streamlabs is broken. A new Maduro. Thanks for the raid. Party of 57 people. Yo, what's up, everyone? I appreciate that. We are just going through Boot.dev, right? I made a video about like giving up on front end, going to back end. And we are diving deep into an affiliate partner of mine, which is Boot.dev, to see if it's actually good. And so we are just getting to the end of the very first course, and we're diving into command line stuff next time. But yeah, we do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. Shout out. And then I will start up live coding streams, building Twitch Sprout in a little bit. But we're also going to be doing... Dude, I can't type. What is your name? There we go. Give you a shout out. But we're going to be doing home gym streams too. So anyways, seriously, thank you so much for the raid. I'm really sorry my alerts aren't working. They're messed up. Streamlabs sucks. I don't know what to tell you. But dude, I'm so bothered by this. None of these alerts are popping up. Claudio, thanks for the follow. Jones Russell, thanks for the follow. And Cammy Snee Shot, thanks for the follow. Guys, welcome. I appreciate the raid. So what were you guys streaming over there? But yeah, my take on Boot.dev so far, again, literally first course in, I thought it was pretty good. I think the optional challenges at the end are really good. They need to be required. I think it's a mistake not to make them required. The chapter 13 challenges to reinforce everything sucked. This chapter is the worst chapter I went through. Like, this was completely unsatisfying. I don't think it reinforces much of anything. And I'm incredibly disappointed with chapter 13. We'll see chapter 14, but a quiz isn't going to reinforce anything. So I like the sections. This chapter sucks. We'll see about this chapter, and then we're going to go on to other courses. That's what I think about Boot.dev so far. But again, I still think it's like a leading resource for backend devs. But I'm, even if we're an affiliate partner, I'm going to be honest about my opinion going through it specifically. And Lane wants me to do a review, and I will be very honest in that review too. But anyways, let me catch up with chat. Peak and Flow, welcome. I appreciate the raid. The Udemy course was more than just back end. I don't know. Like, if you want to go full stack, that's fine. A lot of full stack courses really prepare people to be surface level developers, and they just suck, and they're not hireable for backend or front end positions, and definitely not full stack positions. So I think a lot of full stack courses really, really fall short, especially if you see it paired with like a Node.js backend. Typically, these are just cookie cutter. They'll produce some surface level CRUD developers out of them, but they generally fall short, and employers expect more. So if you're going through a full stack course, just be prepared to supplement a lot more afterwards. JavaScript survivor indeed. I think Boot.dev has a better curriculum than any Udemy course, plus the community is huge. Community is big with Boot.dev. For backend developers, it's way better than anything I've seen. Way better. We talked about PHP and Laravel. If I got back into PHP, I would never touch WordPress again. I would never touch it again. Not because of the controversy. I actually don't give a shit about that controversy. Just because it is a horrible thing to work with. I got stuck professionally working 2 months with WordPress. That will never happen again. Never happen again. I would dive into Laravel. I honestly would dive into Laravel, and I would have fun building stuff with it. Sent it to you on Discord. Okay, I'll check it out in just a second. What MacBook am I using? The M4. I am using the Mac Mini. The Mac Mini. I don't think it's M4. I bought it, or no, I got it not last Christmas, but the one before. 2022 Christmas. I feel personally attacked. Surface level dev resonates with me. Dude, like, I still have surface level aspects of me, and that's why I'm diving deeper into backend. This is why I'm doing it. Is this the most efficient thing for me to do with some experience under my belt? No. Do I think it's fun to do it with you guys? Yes, 100%. But, like, I am a cookie cutter backend dev. Like, I'm going to be hired at the junior level if I'm lucky for backend. Front end, more comfortable with that. Backend, I'm a junior, right? So, listen, we all have, like, things we got to dive deeper into, and that's perfectly fine. To be clear, I don't think your solution was bad. There are multiple ways to... Oh, yeah, no, I didn't take it like that at all, Jeremy. I'm actually open to your alternative solution. Could I link the course? And if I missed anything, Emmy and Ev, and Adam Carey, thanks for the follow. My alerts aren't working, and I do genuinely apologize for that. And if you guys have any web dev career questions, I quit my dev job to basically, for the last 5 years, mentor junior developers and help them out, and especially navigating, actually finding their first job. So if you have any questions about that, I'm happy to answer. Could I link the course so you can see the curriculum? Yeah, that's fine, Rec, for sure. We can take a look at it. Follow the fun. What's up, Tudo? How you doing, man? By the way, is the follow for 10 minutes before you chat still on? No. No, it is not. I turned it off for raids. I don't think it is. Let me check. No, it's off. I definitely turned it off after raids. I keep it on just because it filters out a lot of conversation I don't enjoy, right? If I'm going to live stream, I just want to talk with people I want to talk with. And I don't really have a lot of mods. So, I don't know. It just makes everything so much better. Tudo, dude, I feel so bad that the alerts are popping off. Tudo, thank you so much for the sub gift, man. All the subs, we got a lot of subs this month. We got like up to 14, which is crazy. And I think that makes it 15 or something like that. But it all goes directly towards my bills, and it helps me continue to help new developers. So thank you. Black Nova, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome. Peak and Flow, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Yuri? Let me pull up... I want to pull up the solution that Jeremy mentioned. Let's go back. It was list division, or no. It was join strings, right? We were talking about this solution. And then this is mute. We were just doing a second one here. But here's the gist. Okay, let's look at it. Visit. Oh. We got like 8 minutes. Fine. I'll do it. Hold on. Let's bring it over. Oh, wait. No, now it's not making me log in. I think we're good. All right, here it is. If length is... input, return input. Okay. So this will iterate over every, but oh, okay. So this still iterates. It skips the last value, and then you just concatenate the last one. That's right. That's okay. You're not iterating twice. I thought you were doing. I thought you said you were doing. Let me read that again. Dude, did we? Oh, we got bits. Peak and Flow, thanks so much for the bits, man. I appreciate that. Got a hype train going. Damn. I thought you said you were using Slice. Am I wrong about that? So, yeah, I think I was going off of you saying using Slice. I probably would have done a slice without the last item, but this isn't slice. You're not slicing the array. I think that's where the confusion got in. This isn't slice. We're just grabbing a specific value, like the character. Wait, am I? This is slice? What? Oh, the -1 is... I thought this is saying iterate until the last value. Like, and exclude the last value. Is it not? For S in input. You're slicing. You are slicing here. Why would you even do that? Why not just cut it with a range? And do like a length -2? Okay, so the slice will iterate through again. Why not just do like a range and then exclude the last value? I feel like this is not efficient. Yeah, so I didn't know that. Apparently this is slice. But again, this isn't O of n, right? We're having to iterate multiple times. I do think a slice does iterate again. Yeah. Indexes into the array? Okay, maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe you're right. So this is O of n, Dewey? You're saying this is O of n? Hype train indeed. Yo, guys, thank you so much for the hype train. I do appreciate it. Cintier, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I wanted to share something, and then we're going to pull up the curriculum. I want you guys to share your thoughts. We got about like 5 more minutes. Maybe I can go a little bit over that. But the question was earlier of like, let me read the question again. What do you think is the hardest part of trying to become a web dev? So my answer was, it's a marathon, and people aren't prepared for that marathon. That's it. You're going to have a roller coaster of emotions, and it's literally, like, if people don't think about it, but it's not just learning code, especially if you're going the alternative path, whether it's self-taught or coding bootcamp, it is entirely like just bettering yourself and building way better habits, right? And I would really challenge, like, it's breaking out of the mold of like you just being a drone with traditional education and becoming very resourceful on your own, and like learning for the sake of learning, right? For the sake of curiosity. That's what's going to help you finish that marathon. That's important as especially a self-taught dev. So it is completing that marathon. But again, a lot of times, like, being successful with the self-taught path, because most self-taught developers will fail. They'll give up. They'll go back to their old industry or go to a different tech position. But for self-taught devs, you got to build a lot of really good habits. And you got to check your ego. You got to and connect with people. Doing it solo is almost impossible. So like, it really is identifying all the bad habits that you are bringing into the software engineer world, and understanding all of those habits are going to hold you back until you start fixing them one at a time. Ego's a big one. Ego's a really big one. Being consistent, having like understanding that you're not going to always have motivation, and still developing the grit to push past that is incredibly important. But build a system to be able to make it work. You have to self-analyze to see that you're doing better, right? Look at old projects. What would you improve? like a lot of these habits are incredibly important to get you to the end. It's very easy for me to say you got to be prepared for the marathon or you got to prepare yourself for that. But most people give up because they're not willing to completely break themselves down into a better person. That's what it takes to become a dev, especially in this market. So if that doesn't, like if a grueling process of becoming a way better version of yourself doesn't sound appealing to you, then you're not going to make it. That's my opinion. So I just want to elaborate on that. This man speaks facts. And by the way, this is me making a ton of mistakes and taking way longer than I needed to because of all the mistakes that I made. I think in Python, it's not. Okay. Listen to Jeremy. He's the Python engineer. Okay, gotcha. Oh, it is. Really? Okay. Well, that's good to know. We all learned something together. No, I appreciate the alternative solution. I do. Yeah, we aren't crazy, do we? We're a little crazy, but not totally crazy. There's a hint of Primogen in the way you talk. Maybe just me. I don't know. I like Primogen. I vibe with them. I think there was a moment where, I don't know, like, I didn't really watch Primogen streams, and I still don't that much. I've only talked to the dude once. We had a conversation once, and like a couple of back and forths. But it wasn't until a moment where, like, I saw him get pissed off at an article that basically said junior jobs are dead, that, like, I finally gained a ton of respect for him. Like, he has a lot of humor, and you can't take him seriously. But he deeply cares about people getting into the industry that love it. And he wants to empower people to do that through memes and not taking programming so seriously. But I think, like, he's, for a lot of people, he's really hard. He does not let you be a weak developer. He does not let you kind of be some cookie cutter developer outsourcing all of your critical thinking to AI, and he will make fun of you for that, right? Like, in his own way. Like, he actually wants to hold people to a high standard, and he calls out people that call that gatekeeping. And as I'm starting to listen to him more, in that moment where he just got, he got really pissed off at the article that just said all junior devs are, there are no junior dev jobs available anymore, I started to realize that it's incredibly high standards. There's literally no gatekeeping in it whatsoever. And he just wants software engineers to love what they do so much that they become good and they're successful. They enjoy their careers, and they don't attach their identity to a single language and stuff like that. I've been learning more about Primogen as I've seen some of his clips and videos and stuff like that. I've started gaining a lot more respect for him. I just didn't really know who he was that much in the past, but I do think we do share a lot of values in that respect, and I have a lot of respect for him with that. I used to think his audience was just nuts. I'm like, I don't want part of his audience. I don't want him here. But I've actually paid attention to his new Twitter community that he formed, and I'm like, this audience is actually really wholesome. This audience is awesome. You can't take stuff so seriously to be able to get along with them, but it's funny. I like his audience. Yes, funny but nuts. I agree with that. Am dev for 12 years. The first 5 years worked solo. Once I started meeting up with other devs, my skills went through the roof. They really can. So here's the thing. You technically can do it solo. Most people are going to give up. I'm talking about the average person trying to become a dev. You can do it solo. You absolutely can. It is a very rough time. Most people give up. You can do it, though. And there are always exceptions to the rule, but I highly recommend finding a community you vibe with. AKA ours. You guys are welcome back into the live stream. I got a Discord as well. But find a community you vibe with and put yourself out there to talk to people, right? I think most aspiring developers are shy to do that, and it's such an important piece of your journey that you are not going to regret. I mean, maybe the first person you encounter is just a dick. You will encounter dicks. Okay. I got to be more specific. You will encounter jerks the rest of your life, just like in software engineering. But there are a lot of really cool people out there. And you have no idea the types of relationships that you are going to be able to form when you put yourself out there to meet other devs. And that is a mistake I made, and I almost gave up on becoming a developer because I never put myself out there to meet other people. It was like one of the biggest mistakes I made. I made it work. I did make it work, but like you, Peak, I learned over time, it kind of just helped to connect with people. Thank you for taking the time to answer my question about the hardest part of becoming a dev. You are welcome, Sachi. Random question. Is it normal to feel like I don't know how to code in a language I know when I'm starting a new one? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the simple answer is yes. You get nothing from Primeagen. It's build stuff if you want to get better. Yep. Something Don the developer and I agree with him on. Yeah. I am tired. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of all the content creators just selling courses and then misleading in terms of like providing misleading expectations of what it takes to become a developer and cutting. And just like when you set people's expectations up in a false manner where it's going to make it easier than they think it is, yes, you are encouraging them to move along, but I see a big crash. Like a lot of people that start with mismanaged expectations, aka if content creators are telling you it's going to take 3 to 6 months to become a developer because they did it 5 to 7 years ago, that is incredibly destructive towards a lot of new developers. There's not enough context to explain that. But you get these people that will explain that and then have a 3 to 6 month course and sell you on that course. That is the kind of trash and garbage that just hurts so many aspiring developers. So I think we need more people like Primeagen to set a way higher expectation, which is another reason why, even though I'm going to be critical, just like I am with all courses, Boot.dev really has the mindset of it's a marathon, not a sprint. I've brought Lane onto my podcast a couple times. Really good conversations. You guys seem to appreciate it. But like, this is why I'm going through Boot.dev. This is why I'm partnered with Boot.dev for the backend. When I learned to code, I took 0 notes. I just built stuff. By the way, I'm not saying you have to love Primeagen here. There are people that like Primeagen just triggers them. That's fine. I don't believe in being a cult member of any content creator. You are welcome to not like Primeagen. Because I know some people, sometimes when I like say this and I like really lift people up on a pedestal, it doesn't mean I'm not willing to be critical of different content creators. And I think we gotta be careful of like how easily we follow people in the space and just kind of put them on a pedestal as well. I saw a video about the Primeagen. He literally went from drug addiction to work on for Netflix. I thought the title of that video was clickbait, but it wasn't. Mad respect for the man. Yeah, he came a long way. Yeah, that kind of story is definitely very inspiring. What do you think about people use ChatGPT to learn programming, learning by information, not asking for code? I think it's fine. I think how you use it matters. Again, if you're going to be pinging ChatGPT, I think once in a while, a little syntax lookup, documentation lookup with ChatGPT is okay, especially if you can't find it within the documentation, right? But be very careful about it writing solutions. Don't have it write solutions. And especially if you're new, don't even have it write you basic templates. Like literally, you're writing an HTML doc, bracket, exclamation mark, HTML. Like write that out. Way too many new developers lean on templates. That's not even just a ChatGPT problem. Write out the syntax until you can recite it. Like there's going to be nuance in what you can change with some of the templates. And when you write that stuff out and experiment with it, you can learn that nuance. As you need it, you will learn more specific things about these different attributes and different elements with HTML. I'm just talking about HTML, but like write out the specific syntax. Do not copy and paste the solution, even if you think you understand it. Reinforce it through coding it out. And in fact, if you still don't understand a concept that well, you wrote it out, you kind of remember it, explain it to a rubber duck. Like explain it out loud, articulate it, write it out, think about it. use it to solve different problems. It's all about kind of twirling that concept in your mind in a variety of different situations to better, more deeply understand that concept. So, and that's kind of how you use ChatGPT to help you do that, where it's not giving you the solution, but maybe it gives you a different perspective to understand it, right? Maybe it explains it in a different way that your tutorial didn't explain it well enough for you. Will you bring Lane back? So I'm going to skip ahead. I got to head out. I got to get something to eat. We will be live on Thursday. Maybe tomorrow, but most likely on Thursday at 4 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, I gotta head out. I'll answer this last question. A crochet octopus, that's good. Will you bring Lane back? I really love seeing both of you talking. Yeah, I think one day we'll have him back on the podcast. Maybe after I'm like halfway in the program, I'm like, hey, Lane, we got to talk about your program. You want to dive into it? You want some feedback? Maybe we do like quarterly with him. I don't know. We'll reach out to him. Whatever. But yeah, he's always welcome back on the podcast. I know he's busy and stuff, so I don't want to, like, take advantage of his time or anything like that. 8 years ago, learned Java, JS, never looked back. Let's go. Started with Visual Basic. All right, guys, I got to go. I really appreciate the raid, and usually I will continue, but I need some food in me. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm literally going to do this. I have a couple big contracts that are about to be signed, and I'm literally going to do DoorDash in half an hour. Like, I signed up for DoorDash a while ago, and what I do periodically, just to because I was getting lazy with my business. I don't like doing DoorDash, but I was getting lazy with my business where I just wasn't getting done what I needed to get done. And so after I sign kind of like a big contract or anything like that, I literally just do like an hour and a half at DoorDash just to remind myself I don't want to be doing this. So that's what I'm doing tonight. No joke. I'm going to have fun with it. But then we're going to be live on Thursday. And yeah, we'll continue with the Boot.dev stuff. Anyways, good conversation. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys on Thursday. Good luck on all of your projects, and happy coding. So I'm going to go offline on YouTube, and we're going to raid someone on Twitch. I'm going to pass this along. Ba-ba-ba.